Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to end the video, and this is another paid request. This time from Malivore. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'll get to as soon as I can. And it could be pretty much any type of video. Topic, review, re-review, video game related, list, ranking, movie news, whatever the case. Feel free, and again, thank you. I really appreciate it. So Malivore wanted me to give a list of my top 5 least favorite animated shows and least favorite non-Disney animated movies. Now it's a bit hard because with cartoons back to the day, it's just you're a kid, you're watching whatever, and I'm not that judgmental on. Do I think Dumb and Dumber cartoon, Ace Ventura cartoon was high art? No, but they were what they were. And then as years went on, if I'm going to watch a cartoon, then I kind of want to watch one that's a bit more. Like there was a guy that requested. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the. Was it Prey, the one with the badass and the dinosaur and the kicking ass taking names, and I'm so good that I can't remember the name, but I did really enjoy that. And One Punch Man, which I know I requested to do season 2, and other stuff I've enjoyed. And I guarantee you that the stuff I name, there are worse shows out there, but I never watched. For example, Velma, which just got canceled. I never watched that show. No one had ever requested the show. Never got requested that cartoon of Velma, and I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan, so maybe it's for the better, but unless someone does want to request it. But I never watched it, so thankfully it was canceled. But yeah, I'll just say for what I heard, it sounds like one of the worst shows ever, but I've never seen it, because fuck it. I should put it on there for principle, but I never saw it. I'll just put it at 5 just because I'm principled. Why not? I'm sure if I saw it, it'd be higher, but I'll just put it on 5 just because. But yeah, I'm sure there's tons of worse cartoons, but there's stuff, animated shows I should say, but it's stuff I never watched or never bothered watching, or whatever. Of the animated shows that I've seen, either bits and pieces of, or because if it's a bad cartoon, again, unless it's requested, and to be honest, of the requests I got, there have not been a lot of cartoons I watched that I hated. Like Status Shock is okay, but it's not one of the worst. Far from it. South Park, I grew to like it. There's some seasons I don't like, but I did grow to like that show. Simpsons, haven't seen the new stuff that came out in the past 10 years, but I love the old Simpsons. Scooby-Doo, I'm very nostalgic on Scooby-Doo. Love the old Ninja Turtles cartoon. 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon is my favorite. I love Beavis and Butthead. Thankfully, I do have the full set, which is fan-made. I have it on a Blu-ray over here, which is very cool to have. Trying to think. I remember like Robot Chicken, which, I mean, that's stop motion, so it's not quite, animation, but it's a different type of animation. Trying to think of other shows I've have full seasons of. But anyway, to get to the topic at hand, Rise of the TMNT. I've watched bits and pieces of that cartoon. What about the new one that just came out? I have not seen a single frame of that. Well, I saw like a trailer, but that's all I've seen. This, I think, had like a DVD. There was like someone sent it to me, I think. And I just flipped through it and went, "What the fuck is this?" Where Raph is the leader and he's this big honking snapping turtle, and the voice acting, I just did not think fit Raph at all. But then he's like this big teddy bear that loves his stuffed toys and is like the big, goofy guy of the group who's scared if he's alone, but then he gets like frenzied when he's alone. Leo is like the trying to be cool, smart aleck guy. And I don't know if they meant for him to be gay on the show, but I don't know. There are a lot of tendencies that seem like he is. I mean, I don't know why you would call Raphael Big Daddy, but I thought that was kind of fucking weird. You look good, like they're trying on clothes. You look good, Big Daddy. And I'm like, would you ever call your brother Big Daddy? I don't. You tell me, would you ever call another guy, unless you're watching the movie Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, would you ever call another guy Big Daddy? Unless, and if you're gay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You're being honest. It's own up to it. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not hurting anyone, that's fine. But again, it's like, aren't they supposed to be brothers? Although technically they're different turtles, so they wouldn't be blood related. But yet, why am I even having this conversation? Like, why are you calling him Big Daddy? And like Donatello is like this weird guy that just will literally say the word stuff. Stuff. And Mighty, like Dr. Feelings. I mean, what the fuck's going on and what is happening? April O'Neil looks like a chunky ass. And got a stupid baseball bat. I think Casey's like a girl now. I mean, what the hell is going on with, and like the art style I thought was ugly, the design style was ugly. It's definitely even more comedy than I've ever seen before with the Ninja Turtles cartoon. I know there's a lot of people that love that show. To each their own, it ain't for me. Because I'm like, what the fuck is this? What in the fuck? So I'll put that as number 4. Number 3, because I was a long time ago I was requested some of this stuff. My Little Pony. Just, I don't get the brony thing. Listen, if you're a brony, if you're a guy into My Little Pony, that's fine. That's fine. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. I don't get it. I guess someone had requested me some of those movies, and I had to watch bits of the cartoon to know what the hell the movies are about. And the acting and just how sugary sweet the characters are and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, hey, if guys like this, that's fine. I'm not saying that just because, I better not say it because I don't want to be too mean. No, because I'm sincerely meaning it. If there's one thing you should know about me and my channel, I'm pretty blunt. Because that way, you know if I'm lying or not, or if I'm telling the truth or not. And I'm like, if I just tell the truth, then it's easier to do that. Instead of trying to think up a lie or an excuse. No, just tell the truth, whether people get mad or not. It's just easier that way. That's why I do it, just it's easier. And My Little Pony I thought sucked. And I don't get it. And if your guys are brony into it, more power to you. I watched that show. I thought it was annoying as hell, irritating as hell. It made me want to screw my eyeballs out and shove them up my ass. But if you're into it, that's fine. Be my guest. That's fine. I'm not going to judge you and make fun of you. I'm far from the brony guy. I'm off the screen. I'm off the screen, so it ain't for me. That's why I put it number 3. But how hyped it got. I'm like, I don't get it, but to each their own. Number 2, the Kevin Smith HeMan cartoon. I know they did another one, and apparently, oh my god, they redeem themselves. I don't care. That first one was such a spit and a slap in the face to a He-Man fan, and then Kevin Smith lying and saying, well, it's not this and not that, and you're toxic. I'm like, no, you made a shitty show that had good looking animation, but said, okay, you know what, He-Man's coming back, but we're going to kill him. Not only are we going to kill him, we're going to make the girl be like, he never told me he was Adam. Fuck him. I'm like, this guy just gave his life to save yours, Tila. And make sure you live. And I'm like, even though he's dead, you tell him to kiss your ass? because he didn't tell me it was Adam. Yeah, it's called a secret identity. Usually happens with stuff. So that you didn't get killed. You dumbass. You should have gotten killed, because Tila, what a horrible character that was in that. The way they made Tila and all it was like one big giant feminazi show. That's what it felt like. Oh, then HeMan is dead. And then, oh, Skeletor's a bitch because Evil Lynn got the hard on and has put it right up Skeletor's sphincter. Skeletor can't do anything without Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn is more badass. Evil Lynn took control and took Skeletor's nuts. If he has nuts, because he's power bones, but he took something of the pelvic region from Skeletor. Then HeMan came back, only to die again and not do much of anything because Tila is the hero and her lesbian friend. Come on, you know that's what they were going for. And hey, be my guest, I love lesbians. Because we all love the same thing. I love lesbians. But it doesn't mean I need HeMan get killed and do absolutely nothing, then come back. Oh, take away from his heaven. But by the way, we took away from his heaven. Now, if he dies, he can't even go back to heaven. He's going to be in the, I don't know, the Phantom Zone. I don't fucking know. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? What the hell? And Kevin Smith is a guy that didn't even like HeMan. He has gone on record on Comic Book Men, his TV show, saying, I had no love for HeMan. He has said in interviews, written interviews, about how back in the day, he would hate watch HeMan because he thought it was such an awful show. Yeah, get the guy that used to hate watch HeMan and said, I have no love for HeMan on the show, to be behind producing, writing, helping out on the fucking HeMan revival reboot. That makes a lot of damn sense. So kiss my ass. And number one, when I got the request, this popped in my head. The Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon. Yes, the creator of the show is an absolute terrible human being that should be locked up in prison right now and stay there for the rest of his life, or shot in the head. Either way would be fine with me and do the world a better service. But I did like the old Ren and Stimpy cartoon. I did. They try to come back where now the creator has carte blanche. He can do whatever he wants. Does be more adult. And all it was a lot more mean-spirited. Just a lot more mean. A lot more nasty. A lot of gay jokes. I think Stimpy at one point got pregnant. Even more just like Ren and Stimpy always had gross out humor, but this was going far beyond being lecherous and just lame, mature, edgy bullshit. Even Billy West, who voiced Stimpy, didn't come back because he looked at this and said, "This is stupid. I'm done." So they asked someone else to voice Stimpy, the cat. So I mean, love the I do like the characters. I do remember watching them back in the day. My aunt would send us videotapes of stuff from Nickelodeon and other channels, and that was, Doug was one of them, Ren and Stimpy, but man, that adult party. I'm like, okay, what's this? Okay, this is called Adult Party, but it was more adult, to be fair, so it wasn't lying, but it had none of the wit, none of the creativity, and it just more mean-spirited than anything. It just wasn't fun to watch. So that would definitely be the worst animated show I've seen. Now the worst animated movies, that's a little bit easier. Some that popped in my head: Night of the Animated Dead, one of the more useless animated films ever, because it's just, let's redo Night of the Living Dead with very cheap flash animation and just go beat for beat do the same movie. Like, such a waste of time. Sausage Party, again, this is the cheap jokes. The hot dog goes in there and that means it's sex. And Seth Rogen, I liked some of the stuff back in the day. I liked him in Neighbors. I liked him in Observer Report. But man, him and the writing, and I know there's also the film that apparently they underpaid a lot of animators and ripped a lot of people off, which I don't agree with. But I know they came out with another Sausage Party thing. I didn't watch it and did not get requested it. But Sausage Party I didn't like. Norman the North with Rob Schneider as a polar bear that goes in to talk to this company about stop screwing up our environment, but then he becomes like the mascot for that. Just cheaper animation, lousy fart jokes, and Rob Schneider's your lead. That kind of tells you all you need to know. If I did a top 5 though, number 5, I know it's a newer one. And what about this movie? Either I completely forgot about it or I've never seen it. So, but 5, Space Jam: New Legacy. Jesus, I like the first Space Jam. Is it fantastic in storytelling? No. Is it nostalgic and charming and fun? Yes. Bill Murray and Michael Jordan in his heyday, and the great soundtrack. Again, there's a lot of fun, nostalgic charm to that movie. Space Jam: New Legacy has none of that. It's a glorified advertisement for Warner Brothers streaming services. Go watch The Matrix. Go watch Mad Max. Which is funny because they advertise a lot of R-rated stuff in this kid's film. Because The Matrix are R-rated. Mad Max is R-rated. Hell, all the characters, they have characters from A Clockwork Orange in the background. In more than one scene. Yeah, the guys who did a lot of raping put them in the background. But Pepe Le Pew, he's too much. He's canceled, so he can't be in the film. And I'm like, come again? Michael Jordan was not a great actor, but LeBron James was actually worse. And I'm just not a fan of LeBron James. Is he a talented basketball player? Yes, he is, to be fair. But I don't like him. I just don't like his personality. I don't like some of his politics. He just seems like, at times, a crybaby on the court. When, at times, sometimes he's got like everything handed to him on the team. As Charles Barkley would say, you want all the best players? LeBron James, I'm just not a fan of him. Talented basketball player, to be fair, can't say that, but and like him and his son, that whole storyline I thought was really lame as fuck. Don Cheeto, I didn't really buy him as the bad guy. Even the basketball team at the end, it's like they just kept changing where, well, now they do this and now they got 100 points. Then they do this and they get 1,000 points. Then they have a rap battle. So it becomes less about basketball, more just, yeah, do a rap battle. Yeah, do this. You did a cool move, so now you did 85,000 points. I'm like, what the fuck? How about just say, I wish for 1,000,000, I get 1,000,000 points, we win. How about we just do that then? It went all over the place, and I don't need to see Porky Pig do a rap battle. Wasn't on my bingo card. Sorry. I think that film sucks. One, I don't remember much about it, but I remember it being a very cheap movie. The Steam Engines of Oz, a 2018 very cheap direct-to-video... Was it direct-to-video? Animated Wizard of Oz film. I reviewed it. I don't remember a damn thing about it, but I do remember hating it. The Steam Engines of Oz. Number 3, Home on the Range. You have an animated movie where Roseanne Barr is your star. It kind of says everything. Number 2, Food Fight, choppy animation, low quality production values. You have these familiar mascots, so it's very much product placement, but then they're not even the stars of the film. They're very, very, very much in the backdrop. Instead, Charlie Sheen is this wannabe McGruff the crime dog motherfucker that does this really lame mystery to solve what's going on, and this new brand is coming out, and that's one of those films that for some reason it supposedly cost all his money, but you don't see any of it on the screen. It's a notorious flop. And the backstory is a lot more intriguing than the movie, I'll tell you that. And I reviewed the film, so if you want to know more of this, just feel free to check out my reviews of Home on the Range, Steam Engines of Oz, Space Jam New Legacy, Food Fight. And number one, now granted, this is because it's fresh in my mind. Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem so far is the worst animated film I've ever seen in my life. As a Ninja Turtles fan, I really despise that movie. Because I can't think of another iteration of the Ninja Turtles where I hated all four of them. I wanted all four to die. All four of the Turtles are annoying, insipid, brain-dead, irritating thought faces that I wanted someone to slit them and dissect them from tail to head, from neck to ass. Dissect the shit out of them. Raphael trying to be Nelson from Simpsons, ha ha, to Mikey being, I don't know what the hell he's trying to be, annoying doofus. Donnie being the most annoying, sounding like he's 8 years old. Leo sounded the best of them, to be fair. But even he got in the stupid antics and the dialogue. Well, they sound like teenagers. Well, then it makes me hate fucking teenagers if that's the case. That's what the movie would do. The movie would make me hate teenagers if that's the case. Wondering if Splinter's farts smell like Doritos or whatever the hell the dialogue was. Or let's have April O'Neil puking. Looking like a... Well, she looks like Whoopi Goldberg. I was going to say she looks like a fat-ass homeless person. But that's Whoopi Goldberg. So she looks like Whoopi Goldberg. And I used to like Whoopi. She let herself go. Not just physically, but... she's just a stupid person nowadays. She's a stupid person. Her getting on The View might have been beneficial financially. It was the worst thing for her to do, was get on that show, The View. If you just did, your movies like Sister Act and Jumpin' Jack Flash, which I love, would have been so much better. But anyway. And just the animation was a lesser version of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I loved. And I liked Across the Spider-Verse too. So take that and just make a much less successful, less entertaining version of that. The villain was a joke. There's a bit where April is telling the Turtles that these people may be dead, and the reaction they have is to laugh about it. I did a full rant on that movie, and I went tits be D on why I hated that film so much. And I do. Even the Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtle films, which I do not like, did not make me hate them as much as these characters did. You didn't have April sitting there, it's fine, she's puked on the screen, guys. Hey, Splinter fell in love with a cockroach and they're kissing. Ain't that funny, guys? Ha ha ha, I'm Seth Rogen, ha ha. Fuck you, Seth Rogen. Fuck you, Seth Rogen. My stomach even said it too. My ass says you can kiss it, Seth. And whoever, all the people that made that film. The director, someone for hire that no one gives a rat's ass about. So I'm not going to remember his name. I'm not even going to look up his name. He ain't worth it. And no, I did not see the cartoon it was based on. Otherwise, I'm sure I would lose my damn mind. Unless it's requested. Then I do it. But unless I get requested, no, I ain't seen the shit. So that's my thoughts on them. Yes, I'm sure there are plenty of worse animated films, but I haven't seen them. Or I did and I forgot about them. And he said non-Disney. They said non-Disney. And Home on the Range, I don't think that was Disney. That was oh, it was Disney. Shit. God damn it. God damn it. Well, fine. That's the worst Disney film I've seen, so I wanted to talk about that too. So, screw it. I did name a bunch. So, Mutant Mayhem 1, Food Fight 2, The Steam Engines of Oz 3, Space Jam New Legacy 4, and then Sausage Party, Norm in the North, I'll put 5. So, that'll be the top 5 then. Just the emoji movie is bad, but it's more just forgettable bad. Like, it's just forgettable. Some of those like direct-to-video ones that are like rip-offs of more successful movies, I haven't seen most of them. Like The Little Panda Fighter and A Fox's Tale and, you know, the 80s sequels to fucking Land Before Time and Dougal, I might have seen one time, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. So, yeah. Take that for what you will. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.